grown woman in a dressing gown at 4 p.m? No, it's a sleepover actually. Hello, welcome back to daily videos. As some of you will know, I had a pretty rough start to the week. I really just could not get my head in any kind of good shape. What is a good shape for a head? Maybe a rhombus? A trapezium? But I seem to be sorted now. I was going to post an ASOS haul today and I spent a large portion of the day filming said ASOS haul, but it's actually just going to take a little bit longer to edit, I think. So I'm going to post that tomorrow, and I thought that today, as I'm now going to be posting a little bit later than normal, I would kind of theme the video around that, and I think we're just going to do like a sleepover chat, basically a catch up, but we're going to pretend that we're at a sleepover. I've got a cup of tea. You can swap it out for a hot chocolate if you want. I've also got a snack. What I've got with me is this iced biscuit in the shape of a heart. It's very cute, it's glittery, edible glitter and all that. Very excited about this. Don't know how I've just realised that like normally when you eat and have a conversation with someone, you kind of eat while they're talking, but it's just going to be me talking. So I don't think I'm actually going to be able to eat this, but I've got it here just in case. Smells lovely. So I did ask for some questions for my sleepover video on Instagram, and I will get to those in a moment, but first I just thought that we'd have like a little catch up. Earlier this week I posted a video called I'm angry today, I'm angry today I'm angry, something along those lines, because as you guys know I am uploading a video every day this month and basically everything was going wrong and I just wanted to scream. And I uploaded that video that I would never normally upload, ever, never in a million years. I looked like I was having a full-on meltdown. Coincidentally, that is the second video in which I look like I'm having a full-on meltdown that I have posted in the last like 2 months. And to be fair, I was having pretty much a full-on meltdown in both of those videos. And why I've chosen to put them online? Your guess is as good as mine. However, that video did get some really lovely comments, some lovely DMs, and kind of started a bit of a conversation. I think it's very natural to be feeling lots of emotions and no emotions at the moment, and I think that's the difficult thing. I think that's kind of where I'm sitting between. I have good days like today where I feel like I've got all the time in the world and I can do anything that I want to do, and I just potter around in my little bubble and everything's fine, and I can kind of regress into a headspace that I got into when I was like a kid and it was summer holidays, and then I remember that I've got bills and a life outside of this, and that all of these horrible things are happening in the world, and then it kind of makes everything that I am doing like throughout the day seem a bit horrific because it just seems so insignificant, and I guess it is. That's okay. Are you okay? I said at the end of that video that I hoped the next day would be better. It wasn't. And neither was the day after that, but today's fine. And sometimes that happens. I think it's really normal to feel things like that, but some days are better than others, and I just wanted to kind of talk about a few things that I'm thinking about today that make today a little bit better. One positive thing to come out of all of this is I feel like when this is over, I will feel very renewed. I think I will feel like a sort of childlike sense of like gratitude and like wonder at the world, and I think that I will enjoy things, yeah, almost like I did when I was a teenager and I was just sort of finding my freedom, because I think you do start to take those things for granted, and like, yeah, I mean I quite liked taking them for granted, to be fair, but I think it will be nice to, yeah, kind of have that renewed sense of, yeah, like wonder, I guess. I'm so excited to just be able to see my friends and appreciate like everything that just makes up my life. This time is really strange because it feels simultaneously very boring and also very exhausting, and yeah, I know that it's going to be like a gradual shift from this into normal again, or a new form of normal. I hope it's just normal. But I've had a lot of time to think. I've definitely kind of my priorities have changed a lot over this time. Watching this back, I feel like I sound like somebody who is trying to convince whoever you need to convince that you should be able to come out of prison on good behaviour or something. That, I think that's what I sound like. And I feel very prepared to sort of launch myself back into my life, and even things that I found very overwhelming before, I am looking forward to them, and I'm looking forward to getting back into that rhythm. And yeah, I've got like a new sense of appreciation for my life, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that was a very coherent way of putting it, or if anyone will even really understand what I'm saying, but I did actually post on Instagram, it was a good few weeks ago now, and we were having quite an interesting conversation about how people think their priorities are going to shift, or whether they think they're going to shift after this. And I think it's really interesting to think about, because this is such an unprecedented situation, and it's something that none of us saw coming. And sometimes I think about, like, 6 months ago, we didn't know that this was going to happen. Isn't that weird? Like, this thing that has become like ingrained into your brain as like something that you have to factor in every single day. There was a time when we didn't even know really that this was a possibility, and I don't know, it's terrifying, isn't it? I think it just goes to show like how quickly the whole world can just shift. And I'm saying that as somebody who feels very level-headed today and thinks that, you know, that's still really scary, but where am I going with this, you may ask? Excellent question. I don't know. What do people normally talk about at sleepovers? What do you talk about? The top like autofill responses to this are: what do you talk about in therapy? What do you talk about with your boyfriend? What do you talk about with your crush? I wonder what the answers are. It's not the time. What do you talk about at a sleepover? Current affairs and world news. I think we've covered that really. Paranormal activity. This is going well. You know what? I've never had a paranormal experience. Kind of want one. I do believe in aliens. Don't know if I believe in ghosts, but do believe in aliens. Number 2, unidentified flying objects. I feel like this article has an agenda. Love lives is a common theme. Don't have anything to add there. Just thinking if there's literally any news on that front. Nope. Okay, let's move over to your questions. So one of you asked, how are you feeling? I think I've already summarised that. I'm feeling pretty good today. Obviously, earlier this week was difficult. Today is better. I think that next week I'm going to have to start going back to my flat in London, because there's only a certain amount of work that I can do from Norfolk. The Wi-Fi connection's really bad. Yeah, I think that it's getting to a point now where I'm going to have to go to London sometimes. Obviously I'm going to have to reduce any contact that I have with anybody over there as much as I physically can, but hopefully actually I'll be able to film some videos at my flat, which I think will be really good. So I'm feeling kind of excited by that, but also kind of dreading it in a weird way, because like nothing's normal, is it? So, you know, as much as it'll be nice being back in my flat, like I want to be back in London, and that as a concept doesn't really exist right now. But anyway. What film is your go-to at a sleepover? Oh, excellent question. I think for me it's probably Angus Thongs and Perfect Snogging, which is the best film of all time. Fight me. Please don't fight me. I will lose. My life will never be complete until I have found an excuse to dress as a stuffed olive. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then I feel sorry for you. Oh, I like how we've gone for like a full-on sleepover theme with some of these questions. Favourite midnight feast snack? Very good question. Anything mint chocolate flavoured, I think. You know what I tried for the first time the other day? Those Maltesers mint chocolate buttons. Really can recommend those, they're very good. We've got best face mask. You know what, I don't really use a lot of face masks. The ones that I do use are by OK. I think they're a Korean skincare brand, I could be wrong. They are lovely. Really nice masks. I've got quite a few of them gifted to me in like packages from them before, and I'm not really one for using a lot of masks, but they are really very nice. If I am going to use a mask, I like anything that is hydrating. I've tried a couple of the like charcoaly masks before. They just make my skin feel really tight not a fan. This video is getting way longer than I meant it to. This was supposed to be a quick one. So let's finish off with one last question. What you are looking forward to. What am I looking forward to? I am looking forward to everything. And kind of nothing. I feel like I can't really make any plans at the moment. What am I looking forward to? I am looking forward to going on holiday when I can eventually do that. I was supposed to be spending the month in LA, don't know if I've mentioned. We actually would have come back about 2 days ago from a full month in LA. I was going to spend my birthday in Disneyland and didn't do that, obviously. So I would love to be able to rebook that at some point. I don't know whether that's going to be possible at the moment because obviously a month is a long time. It took a lot of planning to get to a stage where we had a full month. It was me and Megan. And I don't know if that's going to happen again anytime soon, but I hope that it will. I'm hoping to go to Dubai with my family. We were supposed to be going there in a couple of weeks to celebrate my nanny's birthday, but obviously we can't go there at the moment, so I'm looking forward to going there. I had a trip to Disneyland Paris booked for my sister's birthday, but obviously I won't be going there. There's a recurring theme here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting my freedom back and enjoying things and having places to go. I'm looking forward to like saying to somebody, hey, do you want to go out for dinner? And they say yes, and then you go. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. What are you looking forward to? I'm gonna go and eat this biscuit now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with my ASOS haul. I'm very excited for the ASOS haul. It was a good one. Tried to wink at you then, didn't work at all.